The roundtable discussions that we had in the morning concluded with a new beginning in the direction of reinforcing the commitment towards making India a global leader of incubating innovations. The thoughts that emanated during these discussions reflected the real earnest desire on the part of all the participants to play a proactive role as a mentor and also as a financer in the innovations. I once again welcome you, sir, and all the distinguished guests present in today's function.
Sri Y.S. Chaudhary, Minister of State, Science and Technology, Dr. Hasmukh Adhia, Secretary, Department of Financial Services, Horsh Kumar Bhanwala, Chairman NABARD, Professor Anil Gupta, Vice Chairman, National Innovation Foundation, Sri Bhasin, Chairman, Indian Bank Association, leaders from the banking and financial sectors, participants, ladies and gentlemen. At the very outset, I would like to welcome you to Rashtrapathi Bhavan. And I look at this opportunity for me to travel to some extent the memory lane, because a large part of my ministerial career, starting from the mid-70s till the other day when I was opted for coming to Rashtrapathi Bhavan, this is the world with which I had more than frequent interactions on various occasions. Therefore, I welcome this opportunity to share some of my ideas with you. But before that, moving to my prepared text, I would like to draw your attention to two observations. One made by Mr. Adhia, and that speaks of the ground reality, that how the lack of institutional arrangement in the financial sector hampers the progress and development of this country, particularly involving the large sections of unorganized sectors. He have corrected, if I listen to him correctly, 5.7 crores innovators employing 12 crores persons, 11 lakh crores involvement, only 4% of it is coming from the institutional arrangement. The second point, which Mr. Y.S. Chaudhary, from his own personal experiences, when he started his career as an entrepreneur, has drawn our attention that at the grassroots level, these institutions will have to do much more intensively at the micro level, so that we can really implement the ideas in various forms it is coming, particularly when the state took over the responsibility of the financial management of the banking sector. This will have to be achieved, and much more detailed micro management is required. With these two preliminary observations, I would also like to welcome you once again, particularly NABARD, for taking the initiative to organize this roundtable, financing of innovations, with leaders of banking and financial sectors. Again, with a personal note, as the then finance minister in the 80s, I had the privilege of formally initiating this organization, which has assumed an important initiators in various sectors of the money and finance. The high growth that we have envisaged is possible only with the productivity improvements across all sectors of this economy. Innovations in different segments, at different levels, and of different sections will aid this process in no small measures. The course of development of innovation involves the conversion of a novel idea into a viable product. Financing of innovation being a critical step, the role of the banking system is paramount in the entire innovation value chain. A nation which performs high on innovation has, among other factors, a buoyant and supportive financial sector to leverage innovations. In India, unfortunately, there are many instances of innovations that are languishing for want of financial support. There is an urgent need to deliberate on the strategy required for changing the climate of cooperation between innovators, investors, and entrepreneurs. I am told that this week-long festival was marked by fruitful interactions between grassroots innovators and various stakeholders of the innovation ecosystem, both within and outside the country. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, the government has taken several initiatives to encourage innovations and startups that will help generate jobs and overcome poverty. Under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, the banking sector, primarily the public sector banks, successfully embarked upon an ambitious drive to provide access to the weaker and poorer sections to a bank account and other financial products. Within a span of 6 months, the coverage under this scheme has been close to 100%, with a record 13.2 crore new bank accounts opened, 11.5 crore RuPay debit cards issued, and over rupees 11,000 crore deposited. Despite the achievements, there are challenges to overcome still. Only a small number of those who open accounts have access to credit for improving their livelihood opportunities. In particular, I would like to draw your attention to the financial needs of our ingenious youth, both in rural and urban areas, that are yet to be adequately met by the banking sector. It would be appropriate if banks opened dedicated counters in towns and cities to meet the need of the innovators. Participants, ladies and gentlemen, grassroots innovators are constrained by the lack of a well-established market. Some do not even possess the requisite skills and equipment to convert their innovations into sustainable and marketable products. These potential entrepreneurs require technical assistance. Hence, provision of financial assistance apart, mentoring is also a significant influencing factor in the innovation development framework. For want of mentoring and financing, many bright students who possess innovative solutions to problems either go abroad or pursue a different profession, resulting in what one may call brain drift. Arresting this trend calls for the formulation of special schemes in the banking sector to make the ideas to market transformation possible. The banking system, in collaboration with the National Innovation Foundation, can help create a pool of mentors in every district to assess and meet the financial needs of the innovators. Bankers have to take the initiative to reach out to the innovators, mentor them, and wherever possible, connect them with other clients who may help them in expanding their market. This role of creating linkages between creative people and successful clients could be a game-changing institutional innovation. A bank manager can open more doors for an innovator in an hour than what an innovator could possibly be able to do in a year. The banks would do well to have in place a mentoring mechanism to ensure managerial facilitation for innovations. And increase awareness amongst the innovators that help is round the corner is required to be built up. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, it is pertinent that sensitization and capacity building form an important agenda of inclusive innovation systems. In this context, I urge the banks present in this forum to consider sending some of their managers to the Festival of Innovations next year. This will provide the banking personnel an opportunity to interact with the innovators and gain insights about how best to support them. Central universities, IITs, NITs have set up innovation clubs to build linkage with the grassroots innovators. Banks may also join hands with these clubs to provide them requisite advice about taking innovative ideas forward. New inclusive institutional arrangements are needed to give innovative and innovation-based enterprises a fair chance of success. Recent initiatives like the Auto Innovation Mission and Self-Employment and Talent Utilizations Setu scheme will help bring up thousands of startups across the country. The banking network in our country should be fully geared to meet the challenges of supporting these new entrepreneurial ventures. Participants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have fond memories, as I have just mentioned, of this time 32 years back, when during my first tenure as the finance minister, NABARD was established. Over these years, NABARD has carved a special place for itself in unfolding the story of India's economic development. I applaud NABARD for incorporating in its corporate mission the promotion of innovative initiatives and for working towards its achievement through a systematic and strategic approach. Particularly, the effort of NABARD in the sphere of financing rural innovations through the creation of a separate fund is praiseworthy. Leveraging its experience of over 3 decades, NABARD will have an important role to play in fulfilling the objectives of an innovation-oriented India. I once again compliment NABARD for organizing this meaningful dialogue on financing of innovations. I call upon all the concerned agencies to start working on the various recommendations that have emerged from these deliberations. I urge the Ministry of Finance to support the banks in whatever manner possible to enable them to be more accessible and accountable towards innovators. In the end, I compliment the National Innovation Foundation for their singular contribution in making the first Festival of Innovation organized in Rashtrapathi Bhavan a great success. With these words, I declare the festival closed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.